Hiya, I'm Emily. I'm a woman trying to lose 160 plus pounds and become healthy for the first time in my life. I would also like to be fun, fit, and fabulous at 50. Well, 50 if you're watching in 2021. What is happening in this episode? Well, we look at body, which is a comparison of pictures, lifestyle, which is my diet and exercise, numbers, the scales. The expert is someone else other than me speaking, and an update is just me telling you what's happened in the last 10 days. Hope you enjoy. Hi. Hope you liked my new intro. I'm very excited about that. Um, let's get straight into it because there's a lot to talk about. First up, the body. So I can see some change, definitely. I think that I changed the outfit mainly because the other one just hangs off my chest, so I'm not really seeing how the body's changing. So I'm going to stick with this new grey one. I know there's been other ones before, but we'll just stick with that one, okay? So that is pretty much the body. I can see some kind of change, but I mean, it's not a lot. Let's get on to the lifestyle. Black crosses, red crosses, green crosses, yellow crosses. Well, black, green, and red anyway. Um, so, as you know, black is water only days, nothing else. Green is hot water with lemon and salt added in the morning and the evening days. And the red, which is the new addition, is when I started eating. So by day 18, I knew I had had enough of the water fast. And so I decided to round it off and do 20 days of a water fast, which I'm proud of. And then the first day I just had a quarter of a watermelon and I ordered coconut water fresh. Being in Indonesia, I'm lucky to have the fresh coconut water. And then the third day of eating, I had the last 2 days I've had watermelon plus a mango. Oh, lovely with salt and chili. And then I think I'm not going to have it today though. And I didn't order any coconut water, but I will do that as well. So those are the eating habits I'm now eating, and then I'm going to start my juice fast on the 1st of June, just to make it all even up and keep me on track. It's easier to keep track of the days. And then exercise, I haven't really done any, just like housework and things like that. So I have been moving around, but generally have a sedentary life, so I really do need to get on top of that. And you will see why when you see the numbers. I I don't even know what to say, really. Yeah, I mean, it's not even a pound in 10 days. 10 days, of which 5 days I did a water fast, 4 days that I've had fruit. I haven't even had 2 whole watermelons. There's still a quarter of a watermelon in the fridge. So in 4 days, and then I've had 2 mangoes, and the coconut water comes in a bag. I'd say it's about a litre maybe. Well, yeah, it's about a litre in the bag of coconut water. So that's all I've had for 10 days, mainly water, 4 litres of coconut water, not even 2 watermelons and 2 mangoes. It's not that I'm not happy. I'm actually pissed off, really and truly. Anyway, so I'm not going to be defeated by it. I'm going to keep on going. There's still a long way to go, and I'm sure there's going to be other moments where this is the worst part. The numbers are the worst part. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other worst parts when it comes to the numbers. But if anybody has any ideas or of what happened, or I'm thinking of moving forward with veg for until the juice fast starts, and then maybe it's the sugar. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's move on to the expert, because if I keep talking about it, I'm just going to get more annoyed. So let's see what the experts have to say.
There's 5 reasons why you may not be losing weight when you're fasting. Now, I want to clarify what this video is about. I'm not talking about intermittent fasting. I'm talking about just fasting for a longer period of time. But since we're on the topic of intermittent fasting, if you're doing intermittent fasting and keto and you're not losing weight, usually it's because you're doing too many carbs. Okay, I've done a lot of videos on this. You just have to really lower your carbs, sometimes down to 10 grams per day or less. It could also be that you're just not fasting long enough. Your metabolism is slow, and you're fasting, let's say 16 hours or 18 hours. You may need to do longer. Or you're just consuming too much fat, and your body's turning the dietary fat into ketones, not your own fat into ketones. So these are the 3 things to pay attention to. But what this video is about is, let's say you're fasting for a longer period of time, 2 days, 3 days, and you're not losing weight. Why? How can that be? They usually always had an extremely slow metabolism. So let's say at birth you just were overweight. Sometimes kids have an infection and then they are given steroids or medication or antibiotics that then mess up their metabolism early on. And then their parents might put them on diets after diet after diet. That slows down the metabolism. That could be one reason. So number 1. Number 2, constipation. If you're constipated, you could be walking around with 5 to 7 extra pounds of waste in your body, and that could act as a barrier for you to lose weight. Number 3, stress. Stress activates the hormone cortisol. Cortisol breaks down your own muscle protein, turns into sugar, and that sugar will raise insulin, and that will keep you from losing weight. So this is a biggie right here. And this also includes having an infection. So if you're fasting and you have this severe infection, you may not lose weight. Why? Because of the high levels of cortisol. Even though if you have an infection, fasting is a necessary thing because that will help your immune system. Number 4, not sleeping. This will also increase cortisol, add more stress, and it will mess up your blood sugars. So this will definitely keep you from losing weight. Also water retention for various reasons. So that could be another reason why you're not losing weight. There's a couple things that I'm going to recommend. You want to always be taking nutrients, electrolytes, B vitamins, trace minerals, vitamin D, all very important. Why? You need to improve insulin resistance. You have to take nutrients that help insulin resistance, which is behind this thing right here. That's going to speed things up. This one right here. When you take purified bile salts on an empty stomach, of course you're fasting, so it's going to be on an empty stomach, you can just take 3 times a day. It tends to open up the ducts, the bile ducts, the pancreatic ducts, the ducts through the liver, and allows drainage. Not to mention bile itself helps burn fat. That next thing is do things to increase sleep. I'll put a link down below of what I'm going to recommend to help sleep, but also decrease stress. So we want to increase sleep, decrease stress. If you're stressed out, you're not sleeping, it's going to severely affect your ability to lose weight while you're fasting. And last thing, you just have to give it more time, especially if you have a slow metabolism.
Oh, I don't know if there's that much to say in the update this time. Well, apart from the numbers this morning, I've had a good 10 days. I've managed, like I thought it was going to be very difficult because 7 of those days we were on holiday for Eid in Indonesia, so there's nothing to really occupy my mind, but I managed to stay strong, so I felt really good about it. The last few days has been fun because I wanted to create this animation that you saw at the beginning and you'll see at the end. I know it's sad, but still it's fun. I'm a teacher by profession, so creativity is a big part of my job, but now I'm in management, so I don't really teach that much. So it was really nice to have some outlet for my creativity. So I know it's a bit sad, and I'm gonna still really do it because I actually like having this. YouTube post is my way of trying to make it a bit more dynamic for myself in terms of creativity. The other thing that's been good for the last 10 days is connections. So a few days ago I was looking at different other people who were losing weight and trying to connect with them. I came across Losing Weight with Sarah. I'll put the link in the comments below, and she had a live session which I attended. I wanted to attend the others, but going back to work has made things difficult, and also the time difference because I'm in Indonesia. So, but that live session was good. I connected with a few people there, and I also joined her Facebook community. And I have other Facebook communities for water fasting, for juice fasting, for losing weight in general. So I find Facebook communities helpful. But this journey I've been focused on accountability, and this channel is helping me with that. I find that knowing it in these 10-day chunks that I am going to do this post at the end of the 10 days helps me, but also it makes everything remain in 10 days. I don't have to think about the long journey, because with 160 plus pounds to lose, it's going to be a long journey. I'm not expecting it to come off. I'm doing the water fast and the juice fast as a kickstart, because they have worked for me before. It's just my plan when I came off them was not solid, and that's what I want to change this time. The other people that keep me accountable, my family, love my family, well, who doesn't, but I love my family because they do things to support me. They contact me once or twice a week, even though I'm in the other side of the world, and we discuss lots of things, but we also regularly every other day send messages and information that we find out about weight loss and things like that. So that's really encouraging. My juice fast group, hi guys. My juice fast group, we check in very regularly. We have our ups and downs, we have our ailments, and we just keep going, and I think that's really helped. In addition to doing this post. I say a lot. I noticed that when I watched the video, sorry. So the other thing that's happened, being off work for 10 days, I've just kept myself busy with housework, whether it's necessary or not unnecessary. But one thing I do like when you do housework with vigor, you sweat. And I think, as much as I don't like sweating as an overweight person, when you sweat for doing something, it really is something that I like it, so that's why I have to do more exercise. I was wary of exercise, being on a water fast and everything, but now I feel like there's less to be wary of, because you get this lightheaded feeling sometimes on a water fast. So now I'm going to hit the ground running, especially after those numbers, and it's a good opportunity for more sweat. I still managed to babble on, even though I didn't have much to say, but thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in 10 days. And so the journey continues. Well, that's about it for this episode of The Journey. The next post will be in 10 days, as always. Thank you for keeping me company. I really do appreciate it. It does keep me accountable. You can find my contact details on my channel as well as below if you would like some support, because I need some support in this journey. And also if you would like to ask me any questions. I hope to see you on your own road to health and well-being. Speak soon.